Hello and welcome to News Now for Friday, October 14th. I'm Larissa Marcelli and joining me today is
Corey Churchill.
And our top story begins with the presidential debates. With less than a month till voting day, the presidential debates have been very heated. One remaining debate left leaves a lot at stake for both the Republican candidate Donald Trump and Democratic candidate Hillary Clinton. A recent poll by CNN shows that Hillary Clinton has a double-digit lead over Donald Trump amongst women. And overall, Clinton is still winning by 6 points.
Friday, October 7th, Hurricane Matthew struck Florida and moved up to the coast of South Carolina. And on the 8th, Matthew has moved over 3,000 miles from the time it was first found as a disturbance in the Atlantic Ocean nearly 2 weeks ago. The hurricane has reached up to a Category 4. 2
missiles were fired at U.S. battleships Sunday night from rebel-occupied territory in Yemen. Luckily, the 2 missiles hit the water before striking the USS Mason, and no sailors on the ship were injured. U.S. Naval Forces Central Command spokeswoman Paula Dunn stated that they believe the missiles were fired by Houthi rebels.
There's a problem in America. In the last month, there has been creepy sightings of clowns. And it began in Greenville, South Carolina, where reports were sent of creepy clowns trying to lure children into the woods. Sightings in other states have been reported, but they were hard to verify, leaving people wondering, are they jokes, hoaxes, or just a figment of our imagination?
The city of Detroit will pay nearly $1 million to settle a lawsuit filed by Hector Medina, who claims he was shot from the behind by police in 2012 while walking along the sidewalk while legally carrying a BB gun. According to the lawsuit, on July 26, 2012, 3 Detroit police officers were in an unmarked patrol vehicle spotted him and the weapon. Police approached him from the rear and ordered Medina to drop the gun, which he did immediately. 2 officers, Brian Gibbons and Sean Dunning, proceeded to fire, discharging their weapons a combined total of at least 7 times and striking Medina in the back and buttocks. Another police officer, Derek Dixon, was driving and did not open fire.
Marysville is looking for 13 volunteers to help plant trees in the park and golf course. Volunteers are asked to lend several hours of their time Saturday, October 15th. The trees were donated by Relief Michigan. Contact Mr. Kreiner at the CPW for more information about it. I hope that we can get a bunch of volunteers to donate those trees.
I do too. Hopefully they can all come to the golf course.
Yeah.
Speaking of golf, here's Emily LaFrance with sports. With Michigan football team still undefeated this season, so far being 6-0, this makes Michigan a true competitor in the East. After a blowout against Rutgers, winning 78-0 and scoring 11 touchdowns, Michigan is looking forward to being an elite team in the Big Ten and is hoping to win a championship soon. The Detroit Lions snapped their losing streak last weekend against the Philadelphia Eagles when Darius Slay forced a fumble with 2:41 left in the game, with the Lions trailing 23-21, gave the offense the ball at the Eagles' 45-yard line. It eventually set up the game-winning field goal. The Carolina Panthers are in deep trouble as their starting quarterback, Cam Newton, starting running back, Jonathan Stewart, are not playing for the rest of the season. Ron Rivera, the coach for the Panthers, surprisingly doesn't seem too worked up about it. He quotes, "I expect our guys to come out to play with energy and to play with their abilities. We have a lot of faith in our team, and we are expecting to have a successful season." In action a little closer to home, Viking Athletics is having a banner fall season, starting with the girls' golf team that placed 4th at regionals, and individual Madeline Blum is advancing to states this upcoming weekend, so best of luck to her. As well, the volleyball team is remaining strong in the Upper MAC Red Division. The cross-country team won their 2nd league title, and our varsity football team is still undefeated this season far, beating Port Huron Northern last Friday 14-7 and playing rival school St. Clair tonight at 7. We will be right back after this commercial break.
Can I go to the sleepover?
Lucy, I want you to promise me something. If there's any drinking, I want you to say, "No thanks, not my thing."
Mom.
I promise you, your real friends won't care. Deal?
I promise, Mom.
They really do hear you.
Did you pack your toothbrush?
For tips on how to start the talk, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. A public service message from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration.
Welcome back to News Now. Larissa, I understand that there's a really cool thing that happened on the Marysville soccer team last week.
Yes, there is. An inspirational moment that took place during Marysville's soccer game against Roseville has everyone's attention. Shane McCallum, a freshman with Down syndrome, scored a goal while the whole crowd cheered him on. Shane made it to the junior varsity soccer team and is loved by all his teammates. This was a very exciting day for not only Shane, but the whole soccer team.
Thursday, October 6th, the Marysville volleyball team had a pink out game. The money was given to the Lido Strong Foundation, which was created a few years ago. The money is used for childhood cancer research. Pete Lido explained, the reasons for this is infants and adults with cancer are given the same treatment and medicine. The foundation is working hard to find a safer and better ways to treat this issue. So that'd be really cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I really hope they have their goal.
Yep, and Michaela will show us about some school interest.
Thanks, guys. In school news, parent-teacher conferences will be taking place on October 26th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. and on October 27th from 12:30 to 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Marysville High School. This will be a great time for students, parents to meet their child's teachers and discuss child high school performances. Also, Chef Carmona Chi from Food Network also visited our very own Marysville High School this week. Chef Chi made his appearances on MasterChef, Guy's Grocery Games, and Iron Chef. He showed off his cooking skills and handed out free cookies to our Marysville High School students during lunchtime. Also, next week, on October 19th, Marysville junior students will be taking their PSAT tests. These students will be testing all day, so make sure to get a good morning's rest and eat a good breakfast. Good luck. More after the break.
114th Infantry Company, Iraq.
The memories are all blurred.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
The words, they're hard to find.
I came back a different person.
I wonder if she's better off without me.
You just feel alone.
You gave all to the cause of freedom. Now it's our turn to give our all to you. It's free and totally confidential. Reach us at operationnotforgotten.com. We are here.
Thanks for joining us on News Now. Let's check in with Peyton for some science and tech news.
Thanks, Larissa. In tech news, the German government has started to use VR tech to prosecute Nazi criminals. German law enforcement has created a virtual model of the Auschwitz concentration camp. They intend to use it to help prosecute remaining suspected accomplices in the mass killings. In more lighthearted news, Apple introduced iOS 10 on September 13, 2016. The update brings a variety of new features to the iPhone's messaging app, including stickers and a like button. Whether it's to wish someone a happy birthday or you're inviting your friends to the fireworks, you can now bring a whole new feeling to a simple text message. Now from Apple to Samsung, Samsung recently released the Galaxy Note 7, only to recall it due to a manufacturing defect. There was an issue with the battery causing the phones to catch fire and even explode. They've recalled over 2.5 million units so far, and Samsung urges users to shut down their Note 7, go to their retailer, and find a temporary replacement. And finally, a new competitor to the phone industry, Google has announced the production of their new phone, the Pixel. The Pixel's been rated with the best camera ever on a smartphone. It's going to have a battery to last all day, and it boasts unlimited storage for all your pictures and videos. Would you guys think about buying the new Google phone?
I don't know. I'm kind of an Apple guy.
I definitely would.
I most definitely would.
Now moving into entertainment.
Last week on the very popular nighttime show, Saturday Night Live, the show began with a skit about the vice presidential debate. In the sketch, many jokes were cracked about Mike Pence and Tim Kaine, but also included an interruption from Alec Baldwin's much more off-putting, Donald Trump offers a sincere apology for his actions, before immediately embarrassing himself into a hot mic once again. In Hollywood news, The Magnificent Seven is a new take on the classic Old West movie, with top Hollywood stars including Chris Pratt, Denzel Washington. Other new movies include Storks, Sully, Deepwater Horizon, and Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Continuing on the topic of hit productions, the Impractical Jokers are coming to Detroit, featuring their Santiago Sent Us tour at the Fox Theater in downtown Detroit. The Impractical Jokers is a hidden camera show featured on True TV. The show is still growing in popularity and is already on their upcoming 6th season. Be sure to buy tickets. The show starts December 9th at 6:30 p.m. For more information, visit the Fox Theater website. Coming to theaters, Keanu Reeves is back again with his upcoming sequel, John Wick Chapter 2, a story about an ex-hitman who comes out of retirement to hunt down gangsters who took everything from him back in 2004. Although not much has been released about the movie, there is much excitement, and John Wick Chapter 2 will be released sometime in February. Be sure to check out this revengeful thriller. Appearing again on Netflix, Stranger Things, a new hit show, had had an unexpected amount of fans. Since it was such a success, Stranger Things is making a second season on Netflix that is rumored to be released July 2017. They plan on answering the unknown questions from season 1 and that left fans wondering. Have any of you ever seen Stranger Things before?
I've watched Stranger Things. It was a great show.
Never heard of it.
One episode too.
Well, thank you for joining us on M6, your hometown station. We'll be back next week with more local news.
Thank you.